Some men walk into a room and demand attention. Others walk out, and their absence is felt even more deeply. There's something undeniably magnetic about the Sigma male man who operates outside the social hierarchy, rejecting the need for approval or status. While others clamor for the spotlight, he thrives in the shadows, quietly reshaping the way people see the world. Studies even suggest that individuals who exude independence and mystery trigger a stronger sense of attraction than those who openly seek validation. Think of him as the human equivalent of a locked diary. You can't help but wonder what's inside, even if you'll never get the key. He doesn't seek to impress, yet people find themselves captivated. But what is it that makes him so irresistibly attractive? Buckle up, because we're peeling back the layers of a man who doesn't just turn heads, he makes people rethink everything. Before we start, I've noticed that most of you watch my stories without subscribing. Come on guys, show some love and hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world and helps me keep creating content you enjoy. Point 1. People remember him even when he's gone. Some people make an impression while they're around, but a Sigma male leaves his mark long after he's gone. His presence isn't loud or demanding, it's subtle, yet it lingers in the air like a faint trace of something extraordinary. People might not notice right away how much they're drawn to him, but once he's out of the picture, the void becomes impossible to ignore. It's not about his looks, achievements, or even his words, it's the way he makes people feel, challenged, curious, unsettled, and inspired all at once. He rarely repeats himself, but somehow every sentence he speaks sticks. Days later, people find themselves replaying conversations, wondering what he truly meant or how he saw things so differently. His opinions are like puzzle pieces, inviting others to piece them together long after he's gone. This lasting impact stems from his quiet confidence and his ability to observe without demanding attention. He doesn't need to be the center of the room or dominate a conversation. Instead, he listens with an intensity that makes people feel both seen and slightly exposed. It's disarming and a little unsettling, like he knows something they don't. When he walks away, his absence feels sharp, not because he was loud or needy, but because his energy carried a rare kind of depth. He isn't someone you meet and forget. He's the one you compare others to, often unfairly. Whether people admit it or not, the Sigma male leaves a lasting imprint, not through grand gestures but through the quiet, deliberate way he moves through the world, disrupting it without making a scene. 2. People seek his input but rarely expect validation. A Sigma male's opinion is sought not because he panders to others, but because he speaks with clarity and honesty that cuts through the noise. He doesn't sugarcoat his thoughts or adjust his words to fit what people want to hear. There's an unspoken understanding. When you approach him for advice, you're signing up for the truth, not validation. That's what makes his perspective so rare and addictive. He's not the type to tell you what you wish were true. Instead, he'll point out the cracks in your logic, the flaws in your plan, or the blind spots you didn't even know you had. It might sting in the moment, but his insights linger and reshape how you think. People don't always like what he says, but they respect it. They come back for more because they know he's not trying to impress anyone, he's just being real. Unlike those who thrive on flattery and approval, a Sigma male operates on a different frequency. He doesn't dish out compliments or affirmations just to make people feel good. That doesn't mean he's cold or cruel, it means he values authenticity over empty gestures. Ironically, it's his refusal to pander that makes his input so respected. People seek him out because they know they'll leave the conversation with something real, even if it's uncomfortable. Here's the twist: he rarely expects their approval in return. He doesn't crave recognition for his wisdom or hope for a pat on the back. That detachment makes him all the more intriguing, turning every exchange with him into a quietly transformative experience. 3. He attracts respect before affection. A Sigma male doesn't seek respect, it finds him effortlessly. What sets him apart is how he commands it before people even consider liking him. His actions, choices, and demeanor speak louder than charm or charisma. People are drawn to his authenticity because it's rare in a world full of facades. He's not performing for anyone, and that refusal to conform earns him quiet admiration. While others rely on warmth or humor to gain affection, the Sigma male starts with something deeper: respect. He's not chasing popularity or approval. His independence makes people take notice. He leads by example, showing what it means to stay true to oneself, even if it's inconvenient or unpopular. Unlike those who demand respect through dominance or confrontation, the Sigma male lives with quiet confidence. His actions define him. People don't respect him because he asks them to, they do it because he's worthy of it. This dynamic often throws people off balance. They may approach him out of curiosity or skepticism, only to find themselves admiring his strength of character. Unlike others who thrive on being liked first, the Sigma male earns something far more valuable: trust and credibility. 4. He values depth over surface-level interactions. While many people are content with casual conversations and fleeting connections, the Sigma male seeks depth in his relationships. He doesn't engage in small talk for the sake of it, nor does he waste time on meaningless interactions. Instead, his focus is on forging genuine connections that challenge and enrich him. This trait often sets him apart, as most people aren't used to someone who values quality over quantity in relationships. In conversation, the Sigma male listens intently and asks questions that dig beneath the surface. This leaves people feeling both seen and understood in a way they rarely experience. His ability to create these meaningful exchanges without seeking anything in return makes him both memorable and inspiring. People walk away from their interactions with him feeling uplifted, motivated, and introspective. His disdain for superficiality doesn't come across as arrogance but as a natural byproduct of his genuine nature. 5. He thrives in solitude, but isn't lonely. One of the most misunderstood aspects of the Sigma male is his comfort with solitude. Unlike others who might avoid being alone out of fear of loneliness, he embraces it as a necessary part of his growth and self-discovery. This independence allows him to recharge, reflect, and focus on his personal goals without distractions. People often misinterpret this as aloofness or arrogance, but the truth is far from it. He doesn't isolate himself because he dislikes others, but because he values his peace and clarity of mind. This self-sufficiency can make him intimidating to those who rely on constant social validation. However, it also serves as a quiet reminder that true strength often comes from within. Point 6. He masterfully balances logic and emotion. The Sigma male operates on a rare equilibrium between logical reasoning and emotional intelligence. He approaches life with a clear, analytical mindset but doesn't dismiss the importance of emotions. This balance makes him both rational and empathetic, a combination that draws people to him. For example, in conflict, he won't react impulsively or emotionally but will carefully assess the situation before responding. His calm, measured approach often diffuses tension and earns him respect. Yet, he's not detached or robotic. When it's necessary, he can connect with others on an emotional level, offering support and understanding. This duality of being both cerebral and emotionally present makes him a natural leader and confidant. 7. He's unpredictable yet dependable. One of the Sigma male's most intriguing qualities is his unpredictability. While people can count on him to follow through on his commitments, they can never fully anticipate his next move. This mix of reliability and spontaneity keeps those around him intrigued. He doesn't conform to societal expectations or predictable patterns. Instead, his actions are guided by his own principles and instincts. Whether it's taking an unconventional career path, expressing an unpopular opinion, or simply choosing to do things differently, his unpredictability is rooted in authenticity. At the same time, he's steadfast in his values and relationships, ensuring that people always know they can trust him, even if they can't always predict him. 8. He challenges norms without making enemies. Unlike more confrontational personalities, the Sigma male disrupts societal norms and challenges conventions without creating unnecessary conflict. He doesn't challenge the status quo for attention or rebellion but because it doesn't align with his values or vision. This quiet defiance makes his perspective refreshing and thought-provoking. For example, he might question traditional career paths, conventional relationship dynamics, or societal measures of success. But rather than preaching his views, he leads by example, showing that there's more than one way to live a meaningful life. His ability to challenge norms gracefully, without alienating others, is one of his greatest strengths. People are drawn to his way of thinking because it inspires them to question their own assumptions without feeling attacked. If you found these insights helpful, feel free to leave a comment. If you're unsure about what to say, simply write 100% to let us know you watched until the end. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we invite you to subscribe now and become part of our channel. Thank you for your attention. Until next time.